All right, next up, your middle actor tonight. Very funny dude. Last year to this year, he's done 205 and counting shows in the very successful Firepit comedy tour. Ingenious idea that opened up while we were in COVID lockdown. Here for you guys right now. Put your hands together for the very funny Norm Shaw.
Wow, it's so nice to walk up here and not have to worry about a bird shitting on me or a dog biting me while I'm doing my set. I'm safe indoors and it feels good. I don't know how your pandemic went, but I found myself over the last 18 months starting to sound like my grandparents, saying stupid shit like, remember the good old days? Remember the good old days of February 2020? Remember when we weren't supposed to wear a mask into a bank to take out money? And now if you're in a bank without a mask, you're the bad guy? This world is fucked. But Alberta, we cured COVID with a stampede on July 1st. It was awesome. And we're mostly free again. The one thing I do not miss at all is the arrows on the floor of the supermarket. Right? Because look at me. Remember 2 weeks to flatten the curve? I fucked that up too. I'm the reason we're still in a pandemic. This curve won't flatten. So I am not doing an extra lap in the grocery store just because the item I want is 2 feet in, but the arrow's going the wrong way. That's bullshit. I just turned my cart and moonwalked down the aisle backwards. When this pandemic started, I had a house, a wife, 4 kids, and now custody battles. Yeah, but not traditional ones. No. See, my wife left on December 6th, and she left me with the 4 kids and her mother. You know how fucking awkward that is when you're sitting with a lawyer saying, I want her out. How bad am I divorced if I get the mother-in-law? Living in a house with 4 kids, though, I've come to realize that they are like the antichrists. 4 teenagers? Yeah. All the alcohol in my house turned back into water. And they're fucking dumb. I pour out the Crown Royal, it came out clear. They didn't even put food coloring and try to hide it. And the peer pressure with 4 teenagers in a house is fucking unreal. 50 years old, never did drugs. Till my wife left. And then they're like, Dad, you need to learn to live a little. Maybe you'd be fun to live with. So I went down to the local wheat store, walked in, I'm like, hey man, can I score a deal? And it was like, fucking newbie alert. New guy. They're like, it's not like that. It's not a back alley. There's a menu board with, it's like Baskin & Robbins, 31 flavors. It might as well be written in Chinese for me. I didn't understand any of it. Strains, Kush. I recognized Jimi Hendrix. I'm like, no, Killed that motherfucker at 27. I'm too old for that strain. There was another one called Lazy Diesel. But you have to show ID that you work in Fort Mac and drive a Dodge Ram with truck nuts. I like pineapple on my pizza, and then I saw Pineapple Express. I thought, that's got to be a good one. It's good, but not for a first-time user. I had one rule for the guy. I'm like, I can't smoke. I know that, so it has to be edible or drinkable. So I get home with a vial of THC oil. I'm showing it off to the kids. I'm so proud. And that's when I noticed there's something important missing on that vial of THC oil. There are no dosage instructions. It does not tell you how much or how little to take as a first-time user. I recognized the bottle. I spun the top off, and I shot the whole thing like a 5-hour energy drink. It is the complete opposite of a 5-hour energy drink. The next month was in slow motion. I ate everything in the pantry, including the dry cat food. I have perma munchies. It's crazy. And I had to set new rules for the kids too. If I'm the parent in charge, it's my rules, and if they're gonna date now, they have to date somebody who has a single mom. They are now my dating app. They tried to get me, they tried to tell me to be modern and get a dating app. And I thought I'd skip, like I would make it really easy. I got to skip the dishes. Gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Doesn't work that way. I had to settle for steak and a blowjob on the first delivery. Next time it's a girl. Dinner and a date the hard way. So then I finally downloaded Tinder, and so I don't know if you guys have been on there before. Anybody on Tinder? No? It's really weird. Every guy's profile, they're holding a fish. Some have short fish. Some have longer fish. There's one guy with a big black eel. But I don't know why they're holding fish. I had one fish picture from when I was a kid, so I decided to use it, and it was holding a rainbow trout. Not matching with who I want to. But I wrote my profile like a car ad, like a used car, because I collect cars. So this is my profile on Tinder. I hope it works. Ouch! Let me read it first, damn it! I didn't even get the key in the fucking door of my car ad. And you already told me the battery's dead. This is my Tinder profile, my 1969 Norm. No rust, all original paint. Lady driven. I might be hard to start the first time. I've been parked a few years. Mostly original parts, one upgraded ball joint. Transmission is solid, but it handles like a manual lately. And I can still go 0 to 69 in 5 shooters. So one of the problems that happened in my marriage was my wife hit something called menopause. Yeah. Oh, that's right. As she's fucking fanning off her hot flash. So I wanted to do some research, see if I could help her out, and I started researching, and that's when I realized we've been pronouncing it wrong for all these years. It's actually pronounced man on pause. Oh, and that's literally what happens. That beautiful beach that you're used to going to fucking dries up. And you gotta bring your own water to the beach. So I thought I could fix my problem by getting a sex robot that'd take care of my needs and leave her alone, and things would be good. And the more I thought about that, the more I thought, I shouldn't do that. I'd probably disappoint that thing too. I'm old. I don't know if I could get that sex robot turned on. Imagine if all the sensors on that thing were the same sensors as those automatic taps in the bathroom. It's like looking for a fucking G-spot to wash your hands. And these sex robots talk. It's like they're real human beings. I was worried about the error messages that would come out of its mouth. Like error 404, orgasm not found. Please remove your 3.5-inch floppy. And insert a hard drive. If it was programmed to mimic my wife, it would just stay in sleep mode. Oh, really? Now you're gonna stick up for that bitch? Got one last story for you, and this is a real story. And tonight is a special night. Obviously, we're captioning the show, and I want a big round of applause right now for Jeff Weigel. He's amazing over there. Welcome. You deserve it. This is our 4th or 5th show together. And so, for me, this is very special to perform for CHHA people, because I went to university and I studied athletic therapy and adapted phys ed. So my minor was working with disabled people. And my practicum placement was the Alberta Association of Disabled Skiing. Now when I went there, I was a cocky young guy. I'm like, I can handle whatever you can give me. And they're like, we can have a deaf skier. Oh, okay. I can speak sign language. No, I can't. So I thought, oh, I'll deal with it. I'll figure it out. So I'm not too worried about it. And then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, she's blind. Oh shit, you gave me Helen Keller. So I had to make models of the ski hill where I'm going to be teaching her to ski, and it was Rabbit Hill, thank God, because I'm a shitty skier. So I made a model, and then I took toothpicks to mimic her skis, and I taught her. And after 3 months of training at Rabbit Hill, we get to go to Jasper. Yeah, the big hill. Now, when we get there, I can see this mountain reaching up to the clouds. She can't. And that's when I learned she has one other sense that's missing. Fear. She is not afraid of heights, but I am. And I'm a shitty skier, and she wants to go to the top of the mountain. And they give us these beautiful vests that both say blind, deaf, skier. And it was fun to go down that hill because nobody knew who was leading who. And then she decided we're going to the very top, the knob. If you've ever skied Jasper, you know it's double black diamond. There is no safe way down. There's no way you can get down usually alive. She's excited and I'm terrified. And as we get going, and so the way it worked, we built her a harness. She wore a harness over her body and I controlled her with a rope like reins. So if I gave her slack, she would take off. If I pulled left, turn right, pulled hard, stop. We get going down this knob, the steepest part of the mountain. I fall. She feels slack. Boom, she's gone. And now I'm trying to catch up to her, and ski patrol sees me with deaf-blind skier looking like I'm out of control, and they stop me. That's a true story, ladies and gentlemen. And the lady who so I passed the practicum because she didn't die. That's the only reason I passed my course at U of A. And there's a special guest here tonight, Connie, who got to inherit my student after. But that was my fun little story about that. I want to thank everybody tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. And your headliner coming up is amazing. I'm Norm Shaw.